welcome folks back to Gaelic Park here in Chicago for another season of live streaming of our Gaelic games here. Apologies, we were a couple of minutes late getting on air. We had a couple of difficulties with internet and stuff, so a couple of teething problems early on in the season. But fair play to Annie, she's got them all sorted out. So the old team is back in gear again. Annie Redmond here beside me doing the camera work, so fair play to Annie. Standing in, deputising for Mary, who's back home in Ireland at the Ladies Sevens tournament, the Spa tournament in Killarney. Unfortunately, the Bridgets were beaten today after a valiant performance, so I'm sure anyway they're going to enjoy themselves tonight back there in Killarney, and I know they're heading for the Mary Ploughboy later this week. And that's the first score of this particular game for the Parnells. We've got the Parnells in red and black playing the Wolf Tones in all blue strip, and I'm joined here in the commentary position by Nicky Glynn, the one and only. Nicky, welcome back for another season.
Absolutely, John, great to be here. It's like Crow Park here with the noise of the cicadas behind us.
That's right, yeah.
There might be a lot of people here, but it sounds like it's in Crow Park on All Ireland Sunday.
That's right, and for anyone that doesn't know what
cicada is, yeah, you to explain.
Well, you can do a great impression of one there, Nicky. Off you go. Are
we starting this early in the season? Now,
we're getting going early.
Second, we threw you threw the first.
This
is going to be some sun.
Yeah, by Jesus it is. There's going to be good crack.
Here we go.
And anyone that doesn't know what a cicada is, it's a little ant-like animal, or an oversized ant with wings, and they come out every 17 years, Nicky, right?
They're like Donegal. They come out every 20 years and they're as loud as fuck.
And that's it. Now there you go. What a great
winning All Ireland every 20 years, and
what a great description there from the bold Nicky Glynn. And
trouble again.
We're also joined here by Airdon Gasser, who's keeping track of scores and team sheets and whatever.
A lovely tattoo on her back, actually, in fairness.
That's right.
Nobody's ever seen that before, but
we might get to see it at half time.
You never know.
As we're waiting for the first kick out, and a goal for the Tones, actually, Nicky, there we missed it while we were talking Scutter. Talking about cicadas, we missed the Tones goal, so it's a goal to a point in favour of the Wolf Tones.
We don't know who scored it, right? So
no, but we'll find out in due course. We're still waiting on the team sheets from the Parnell, so apologies. Some of the lads we know, some of them we just not that familiar with just yet. But
Parnell's sponsored by Lanigan's Pub there, and the 0-6 manager. The 0-6 manager there, Shrek. Hopefully he'll turn it. He'll be 6-0 this year.
There you go. Yeah.
Congratulations to him. He actually coached his young fella's team to win soccer tournament a few weeks ago, so the omens are good.
The omens are very good, yeah. Shrek, of course, John Cunningham, all the way from Cavan. Made famous, of course, earlier this year. He was on the two Johnnies on their quiz back home, and almost won himself a trip home. Unfortunately, a lady from New Jersey, fair play to her, won, but unfortunately Johnny just missed out in the final, Nicky.
God he did, God
he did. God, the Cavan man. Yeah. Tommy Skehill is in goal, the red-haired Mayo man from Tennessee. That's a first, a red-haired Mayo man going to college in Tennessee. Gets the ball out this side of the field. And it's the Parnells now on the attack. Looking fit and lively. And as they probe around the opposition 45, and that's a lovely left-footed kick, and that's gone in and straight over the bar.
That's a delightful score.
A delightful score. Noel Talty of the Parnells is coming with the team sheet, so fair play to Noel and Airdon for getting us the team sheet for the Parnells. I'll just run through the Wolf Tones teams in goal. Paddy Dunnigan.
She's coming with an empty fist here, but anyway.
Paddy Dunnigan is all the way back from Australia here. Jake Crispin, number 2. Ronan Boyle, number 3. Ryan Boyle, number 4. Michael Burns from Kerry, number 5. Number 6, Ronan Orford from San Fran. Number 7, Conor Greeny. Number 8 is Owen Cleary, all the way from County Clare. Fine footballer from County Clare. Stephen Burke. Go ahead, sorry. Stephen Burke is number 9. Declan Kelly, number 10. Paddy Clancy, number 11. And Cian McKeown from Roscommon, number 12. Michael Levy is 13. Mike Conroy 14, Paddy O'Brien is 15, Niall Fitzmaurice 17, and Rory Tobin is 18. So that's the Tones team. So thanks, Noel. We're just looking here.
Congratulations there to Mike Levy. Actually, they had a baby son there, Carlos, about a month ago. So congratulations to Mike and his beautiful wife Amber.
Yeah, recently moved back from New York. So congrats to both, and congrats to Tony Timber, the granddad, great friend of myself and Nicky there, another man from Mount Bellier. So it's exciting times for the Clevey family, and the very best of luck as the Tones come on the attack through Ronan Orford. Orford leaves it off to Ryan Boyle. Boyle now goes laterally, as they say, across the field over towards Declan Kelly. Kelly, the man that's going to represent North America or be part of that panel back in Ireland in July. And exciting times, Nicky, for the North American game here.
Absolutely, Quinn, and you're part of that. It's actually a great idea and a great way to promote the games here in North America, or Chicago, Philadelphia, and all of North America,
all of
New York. Right?
Yeah, all of the major cities here in North America, and except New York. In fact, New York are sending a team back as well. So the very best of luck. And
if you want to meet Quinn in any of the places they're arriving around Ireland, the great John Quinn will be there.
That's right.
Holding up the counter and having the crowd.
That's right. For fear the counter falls, I'll be there just in case the woodworm sets in. Here comes the Tones now through Michael Burns. The Kerry man kicks it right-footed, and that's straight in and straight over the bar. Lovely score there from Michael Burns. That's the Kerry man, not
Michael
the
Burns,
Kerry man, but
not the actual Kerry man who I talked to, the famous Mark Cooney, but he's won 2 All-Irelands, I think, with Kerry. So fair play.
That's right. Yeah, as the Parnells come on the attack once again, and it is Killian Keeney, and that's gone in, and that's gone straight over the bar.
Keeney of Mayo played soccer for Sligo, is in college here in Tennessee.
Yep, played soccer for Sligo Rovers, is right, and then decided to get a scholarship. Himself and Tommy Scahill, the two Mayo Mayo boys.
The other side of the creek.
He's the other side of the creek, is right. Tommy won't get too excited anyway, that's for sure. As the Tones build from the back once again.
Stubborn young fella. I say hello to the parents there. The most stubborn young fella I ever met in my life. But anyway, he's a good young fella if you're listening there. The parents back in the other side of the creek.
Tommy is one of the best, no doubt about it. So we'll go on with the commentary anyways. We're having a few technical issues, teething issues early in the season as the Parnells build from the back once again. And Oisin Tunney, the full-back, gives it off, and the referee decides it's going to be a over-carrying against the Parnells man, the number 12 there, Conor Calvey. You wouldn't know him, Nicky, with short hair.
Last year he looked like Snoop Dogg. Today he looks like an itinerant or something. He just definitely looked like Snoop Dogg like he did last year.
No, yeah, he was, what do you call that rapper? Jelly
50 cents
or jelly something. Jelly
50 cents or 60 cents, whatever.
Yeah. Here comes the Tones, however, once again. And on the attack is number 9 there, Stephen Burke. But
Stephen improves the old shooting for the rest of the season, because that was pretty bad wide, right-footed.
Right-footed in front of the post, and he drove it to the left and wide.
I'd say you would have scored that back in the day, back in Tulsa.
I'd say I'd have
15 or whatever you were.
I'd have put it over if I hadn't cut me toenails for 6 months. I'd have put that one over. Ball is in low, and it's Keeney again, the number 13 from Mayo, the ex-soccer man. Gives it off inside there, and it's number 9 there with it, Brian O'Rourke.
I think Brian maybe needs to change the boots as well. That was a terrible kick.
Yeah, they'd want to do like the snooker players and put a bit of chalk on them. But a couple of bad wides by both teams there as they begin to settle into the game. 1-2 to 3 points in favour of the Tones, 5 points to 3. And
I see the Duck Dolan here doing linesman. This man has been around for about 40
Yeah.
years around this.
the Duck has been quite a while around Gaelic Park, that's for sure. He's seen a good few sunsets as the Tones.
I hope he sees a few more.
Yeah, build from the back once again. And here they come in a hurry, coming down the field. Owen Cleary, the man from Clare. Owen sends it in, left-footed, and that's a beautiful score.
By the way, Owen Cleary is a nephew of the great Murty Cleary of Clare, one of the all-time greats here in Chicago.
That's right.
Major champion in the golf and the Goalpost Society. So Owen Cleary,
Yeah, he's got pedigree.
as Murty would call him, that's our lad.
That's our lad, he'd
Brother
say.
of Conor Cleary, plays full back for Clare. So
That's right. So, pleasure to have these lads out here. And you'll be getting to know them, hopefully, as the summer goes on.
we've know them in the bar now than the field, but that's.
Well, we'll be certainly doing that, Nicholas. Anyways, that's for sure. There'll be some exciting nights, I'm sure, in Lanigan's.
And our timekeeper said 12 minutes gone in the game. Our Aaron Gasher.
Yeah.
Gasher.
Yeah. Poor old Erin. She has a lot to listen to. God help her.
Another terrible wide by as Michelle would call them, the Pornells.
The Pornells is right, as Paddy Dunnigan gets ready to kick the ball out. The man that flew in from Australia, all the way originally from Offaly.
Keeper from last year.
Yeah, as Cian McKeown, the Roscommon man, gets another attack underway. Stephen Burke, the number 9 on his back, looks for support and sees a free man in front of him there in the shape of Mike Cleavey. Mike lays it off to Owen Cleary. Cleary now adjudged to be fouled, and the referee says that's going to be a free in to the Wolf Tones and a great opportunity for a score here to put 4 points between them. And it looks like Cian McKeown is the man that's standing over the ball, Nicky. Another fine Rossi.
Absolutely, but the noise here behind is not bad reception by Annie or anything. It's them damn cicadas. It's like, seriously, the noise, they're buzzing here.
There was a World Cup.
I wish the Pornells were buzzing, but they're not yet.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see now. A long time to go. That's a nice score from McKeown. And very cultured right foot. There was a World Cup one time held in Mexico City. And the famous Azteca Stadium, it reminds me of that noise. There was a buzzing solid going round.
Were you there when?
I was.
What, 86?
86, I think. It was the year of the hand of God, Nicky. Diego Maradona.
Diego Maradona, yeah.
Yeah. They used to call me the Diego Maradona at Tulsk one time.
For what?
Well, they reckoned that I was a great drinker. And a great man to party. That's where it stopped.
We have to give a shout out there to Quinn's family. They're out here from Ireland. There's a squad of them, about 6 of them. Pat and his beautiful wife, I can't think of her name, and the 2 kids and whatever. And to his legendary mother. You think Quinn is a legend? Well, his mother is 93 years old. An absolute legend.
Yeah. Hopefully she's
Rita,
listening in.
If you're listening in that iPad of yours, turn it off.
Yeah, she had great visitors there last week, Pat Cronin and James Rabbit, and fair play to them. They went down and visited with her, and they had a couple of great hours, so fair play to them for going down. She enjoyed the visit, so a big shout out to the mother. As the Tones stick another one over the bar and stretch their lead out again to 4 points, and Ronan Orford there, the man responsible for that score, and pretty even enough game, I'd say. Nicky, bar the goal is the major difference, obviously.
It just hasn't really lit up yet, actually.
Yeah, I think both teams sort of finding their feet. And
kicks it out. That fucker couldn't find it. Oh, he no, maybe he didn't.
Oh my God,
no.
he almost did. Now Stephen Burke gets the Parnell's kick out.
Mammy, you don't be listening now to him on the fucking don't be listening to him.
The Tones once again, and that's a lovely score by Paddy Clancy.
Would you blame Skehel's kick out here? He's no
Stephen Cluxton.
What do you think?
Well, he certainly doesn't look like him, but you know, we'll see. Can he get that laser right foot going now later in the game? And Skehel's parents, and he reckon he wouldn't kick Snow for over. No, it's okay, another one.
You wouldn't kick Snow for over.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
Oh no, he kicked that one out the middle and it was one.
Nicky wouldn't kick the salt off a rope, never mind the snow.
I
Funny
wouldn't hit a cow's arse with a shovel.
funny story there. I was talking to Brian Arthurs out the front before the game, and he said to give a shout out to Paddy Clancy. He's playing for the Tones there. He's number 11, out from Hilltown. I think his mom and friends are watching in back home. So a big shout out to Paddy's mom back there in Hilltown. He's a cousin of Ronan Orford. His mother Emer from Hilltown, father Eddie from Limerick. And poor old Brian told me that the poor old creature was starved when he arrived here in Chicago. He had the stomach was on the backbone, so fair play to Brian and Roisin that took him in and they fed him. So he'll be looking to Paddy to put a few pints over today. That's Points, not Pints, Nicky.
All right. Quinn, in fairness, you didn't starve in fairness to the last year.
No. No, it's all the healthy eating.
And you're not insulting Ronan Orford's mother now like you did last year.
Oh, absolutely not.
I heard. Throw a shout out to them in San Francisco.
I just had a nice text message from Dad Massey, so a big shout out to the Orfords back there in San Fran. Absolutely. And he just said that Kieran Byrne is going out of state, playing in San Francisco next weekend.
Stay in San Francisco.
Oh my God. Okay. Oh Lord, Nicky. Animosity United. As the Tones set up another attack, and they're going across the field this time. Ryan Boyle outside to Mihal Burns once again. Mihal, the man from Kerry, an All-Ireland winner. And it's great to see these players coming out and making their mark here in Gaelic Park in Chicago. Pleasure to have these standard of players, and a very healthy crowd for the very first game of the season. So it's great to see. Great to see a good crew of people here. As Paddy Dunnigan, the man from Offaly, coming forward. Great win for Offaly under 20s. Want to give them a shout out. Yesterday in Nolan Park in Kilkenny, a packed Nolan Park, I might add, and it was great to see the faithful county lifting an All-Ireland cup once again. I'm sure Shane Lowry will be a very happy man. I seen Michael Degnan above in the stands yesterday. He was delighted, obviously. So exciting times for underage hurling in Offaly. So the best of luck and congratulations to the Offaly under 20 team, All-Ireland champions, as the Parnells mount an attack here, and the ball is eventually fed back out there, and it comes to the number 12, Conor Calvey from Mayo, Gower man. And it's just gone to the right of the post there. Good opportunity for a point for the Parnells, but it goes astray. And the score remains 1 goal and 6 points to the Tones, 5 points to the Parnells. A 4-point lead for the Tones. And again, you get the feeling that both teams are just scoping one another out and yet to find their rhythm and feet. And obviously a new experience for a lot of these out-of-town players coming out here playing in the heat. It's about 80 odd degrees here, which is about 27 degrees Celsius temperature back home, so it's warm out there.
It's a beautiful day, Quinn. It's a lovely breeze.
Lovely breeze out there, yeah, and probably blowing across the field more so than any direction, either up or down. So it's probably not favouring either team that much.
No, we follow multi-sports, Quinn, but McIntyre is leading by 3 in the golf.
Yeah, and the only reason you brought that up is because you have a fiver on him at 50-1.
Each way, Quinn,
each way, just in case, yeah. And I told you earlier on, if he wins, I'm taking 125 of it.
Okay. You can listen, anyone that's listened, the 5 people that's listened to this broadcast, just don't, if Quinn gives you a tip for anything,
go the opposite way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've been notorious for my horse tipping down through the years. And
I think it was ass tipping you to be doing, because they're definitely not horses.
Yeah, I think I'd run quicker myself, as Keane McKeown gathers the ball in his own half-back line, looks around, sees Paddy Dunnigan making a burst out of the Parnells or the Tones goal, and he sees Ronan Orford on his outside. Ronan, another member of that illustrious North American junior panel, who would be winging their way back to Ireland back in July.
Bringing you with them.
And bringing me with them is right. big shout out to John Young. Hopefully he's listening in down in Pittsburgh. John is 50 today. I just seen on the old chat there with the players. So best of luck, John.
Happy birthday, John.
John is a great character, and we'll be sending him a message and giving him a call later on. And always good fun, good times with John. So happy birthday to John Young. Here comes Micheál Burns now. Burns onto his right foot, cuts inside. Lovely score there, Nicky, from the Kerry man.
We need to give a shout out to Liam Cullen, whose mother passed away today. She was in her 90s. But
she was in her 96th year, 97th year actually.
Liam Cullen was a great stalwart of the Tones for many years.
That's right.
Probably one of the all-time greats. So just a shout out to him and to his family. So
that's right. Yeah, at this tough time. It's always a tough time to lose a parent. No matter how old you are or whatever. A bit of shamazel's going on there with the Parnell's number 5, and the referee goes in to calm it down. But Liam Cullen has been a stalwart for the Tones for many, many years, and our condolences go out to Liam and all the family back home, and we wish him safe travels home this evening, from Wexford. So here come the Parnells, and they have an overlap going here, and they're through on goal. And can Keeney finish it? Yes, into the back of the net. There's the goal, and it was coming for a while, and it's finished into the back of the net there. And
16. Who was that?
I think it was Conor Nugent that finally finished it after some fine work on his outside by the number 15. I can't make out the names on this sheet. It's awful faint writing, so we'll have to try and get them copied or written out somewhere. Apologies again, but the writing in this thing is awful faint. So
it's all about a bit of crack anyway.
You'll have to bear with us as the short kick out goes to Jake Rispin. Rispin now, man small in stature but big in heart. It's it outside.
You don't like that one,
I know. That's all right. He can't hear. I don't think he can hear me over there. But anyway, referee says hold on. That's going to be a free down. Cian McKeown, the Roscommon man, fouled off the ball, takes the free himself, and in it goes to Stephen Burke. Burke back to McKeown. McKeown sidesteps his opponent, right-footed, and that's gone out to the right and it's gone wide.
John, just a little question. Now we have to integrate the what happened Roscommon yesterday. Where are you at in this?
Well, I'll tell you where we're at. We're on the verge of extinction out of this year's championship. That's where we're at.
Will you be gone before the cicadas?
I'd say so. I'd say the cicadas will outlive us. No, it was a poor performance. I said after the first Mayo match, the kind of championship match, the semi-final that we lost, that we looked like a team that weren't really up for it, and it didn't seem like a championship match. And yesterday might have been a degree better in terms of the performance, but at the same time, it's just a bit concerning that players don't seem to have that zip about them, like championship football. Like you see the players out here today, there's go to them. There's a bit of pace to the game, even though it's the first championship match. Yeah, they just, I don't know. Like again, I'll say they just didn't seem tuned in. They didn't seem interested, to be honest with you, to be blunt about it. And Davy Burke. He came out and criticised his players, and some people didn't like that, and obviously the players didn't like it. Whether that's something to do with it or not, Nicky, I don't know. But certainly Roscommon are well behind where they were, I think. That's a good score. Yeah, a good score off the left peg there. Not sure it was at Micheál Burns again, but we'll get back to that in a second. But yeah, they were way off the performance levels that they were at the last couple of years, and their league campaign was poor, and it sort of just set the tone for the whole year. So they just can't get it together this year, and well, they're still in, but I said it to you earlier on that I'd be concerned, the way that they're playing. If they play a top tier team at the business end of the championship, that they could get a humbling, the way that they're playing. So I don't know. We'll see what happens against Cavan, see if the performances improve or the performance improves. And that's a nice score there from the Parnells, number 25, and we don't have a name on him. He's not down on the sheet. Is that Tom Flynn from Galway? It could be, but it was a lovely score. That's straight over the black spot. So so the ball is kicked out, and the Tones once again on the attack as Micheál Burns takes the ball at pace, looks for support, has to go back, and it goes out to Owen Cleary. Stephen Burke done well to win that ball. It was a sort of a 50-50 ball, but Tommy Skehill, despite his best protestations, Val McMahon, the umpire in there, signals a point for the Tones man. And the Tones stretch out their lead again to 3 points, 1-6 to 1-9. And Tommy Skehill kicks the ball out rapido, out over the far side of the field there. And it's Kieran Gavin. Gavin now gives it along inside to Brian O'Rourke. O'Rourke now taking on Ronan Boyle, getting the better of him for now. Rourke seemed to be pulled there, but the referee is allowed an advantage to the Parnells, and that's kicked in, and that's gone out to the right, and it's gone wide, but I think the ref is going to pull it back for the advantage, and he's going to give a free into the Parnells man. Brian O'Rourke down there injured, and seemed to just tweak something there in the challenge, so hopefully he's going to be okay. He's up and all good, so it'll be I think it's a free in, or maybe not. I thought he was signalling a free there, but obviously the advantage had expired, as they say, and it's going to be as you were on the scoreboard. As Paddy Dunnigan's kick is turned over there in the middle of the field by the Parnells, and Heaney, the number 15 here, very fast player, right-footed, and that's a lovely score.
It's a delightful score there, right-footed over.
Lovely score there by the Parnells, and that's the advantage of the fast ball going in. It's
Quinn's girlfriend is calling him here, so we'll have to call her back.
Yeah. That's Devlin calling me from Tyrone.
We'll answer. How do you
He's answered there. Yeah, there. It's a video call.
As ever you were.
Yeah. We're in the commentary box here, and we're looking at Garrett Devlin from Tyrone, and a heap of hooers in a pub. The Lord Almighty save us and bless us. We thought we were bad. We thought we were bad, Devlin.
Hold on, Granddad has put on his glasses.
Jesus, Garrett Devlin is singing a song. I don't believe it.
Garrett Devlin is down in Killarney with the legendary Bridges. Who else is there? Get your fat ass off the phone and put on somebody else. Sorry for the language.
Yeah.
Barred for Facebook for a month.
Yeah, we'll excuse the profanities, as they say on Sky Television.
And you cut off
that's the one and only Garrett Devlin with a white head of hair on him. He must have put.
Look at it! Is that Bridges?
Oh, Bridges, that's Bridges.
The legendary John Bridges live here in Gaelic Park, the man that practically runs Gaelic Park.
Yeah.
John, how's it going?
Yeah.
I wasn't talking to you. Bridges, I was talking to.
There you go. He can't hear us. That's a miracle. Yes, sir. Yes. Ah. Oh my God! A couple of Tulse men. Who are they? They are. Everybody from Tulsk is good people, Garrett.
Except you.
Except me. We'll talk to you soon, Garrett. That's Garrett Devlin.
Bridges, keep drinking.
And John Bridges, all the way down in Killarney at the Ladies Spa Sevens tournament. And big congratulations to the Bridgets for an excellent display in that Sevens. Unfortunately, got beaten. But nonetheless, a great achievement to be at home and playing in a tournament as prestigious as that. So, the Parnells are on the attack with Brian O'Rourke. O'Rourke onto that left foot, And that's a great score.
It's an excellent score for Brian O'Rourke. Where's Brian from? Has to be Mayo, of course.
He could well be now. He could well be. With these are little things that we'll figure out over the coming weeks. So we'll be able to get a handle on all these lads. A lot of these boys are just landed in town here, so we're still.
We have drink lag, they have jet lag. So.
Yeah, Jesus.
I'll tell you one thing, Donegan lost a lot of weight, did he?
Donegan, yeah, he has slimmed down a lot. He looks fit and trim, and he's in good shape. The roving goalkeeper from Offaly.
Get the menu off him there, Quinn.
Yeah, no, I'm just doing fine, Nicky. Just doing fine. As Donegan gets the ball and uses those long legs to stride.
Keeper is at it again.
Yeah, purposely down the field as Micheál Burns, the number 5. There's a nice little ball in there, but just got away from Cian McKeown and Tommy Scahill. The man from Mayo, the red hair, another roving goalkeeper.
The other side of the rig.
Comes out with it, and his full back there, Oisin Tunney, takes command of the situation and gives it off there to Tommy Conlon. Tommy now looks around him and sees nothing but blue shirts in front of him, so he has to go backwards. And Tommy gets the ball back again, and finally it goes out over the far side of the field, and when it comes back to Brian O'Rourke. Brian now striding forward once again, gets it onto the left. The Tones allowing him a lot of space, but this time they get away with it.
That was a bad wide there by Tommy. That was left-footed wide.
He had
scoring a great point about 2 seconds ago.
He had a great opportunity there of a score, and he had more time probably than he thought. So, but score remains 1-8 to 1-9 to the Tones. A point up as Paddy about to take the kick out for the Tones.
From the blue ball around. Tullamore.
The blue ball, as Rabbit would say.
Did you ever have them yourself, Quinn?
I often had blue balls. Yeah, it's an awful affliction. As Declan Kelly, the flying number 10, takes it on for the Tones and looks for support. Gets it from Owen Cleary. Owen Cleary, the Clare man, is deemed to be fouled there, and it's going to be a free in to the Tones in a very kickable position. And the Clare man leaves it for the Rossi. Cian McKeown.
We're now having this all year now again, like Ulton Harney last year and whatever. It's going to be
I'm just calling it as it is, Nicky. He's number 12. He has possession of the ball, and he just happens to be from Roscommon.
No feet.
Yeah. Man from Boyle.
Very good golfer, actually.
Man from Boyle in County Roscommon. Right-footed.
That's a sore spot. He sends it left and wide.
Ooh, he pulls it to the left as right and wide. Yeah. Oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
So then, as we approach the half-time whistle, in fact, I think that might well be it. And it is half-time here in Gaelic Park in Chicago on a beautiful early summer's day.
Lovely Irish breeze outside there. It's absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful day. It's 1 goal and 8 points to the Parnells, 1-9 to the Tones after an entertaining enough first half where I think both teams, fair to say, just finding their feet and finding their range, if you like. And it's going to be an exciting, I'd say, second half if anything to go by, Nicky. Only a point in it.
We'll talk in a few minutes. Did you watch the championship at home? Did you watch it over the weekend, or did you?
We did.
What's your analysis on that?
The championship beginning to take shape, I would say. There's, I think, the general consensus on this round robin series is that there's probably a lot of meaningless games and a lot of sort of shadow boxing, you'd call it, where teams aren't showing their full potential, if you like, and there'll be some of the third round games that'll really mean nothing, and then there's going to be a couple like the Roscommon Cavan game that's going to mean everything to the winner. It'll mean that they progress on to the knockout stages. So a big surprise, I suppose, of the weekend was the Donegal loss to Cork. Cork have been knocking on the door for the last 2 or 3 years, and finally they put it together on the field, and very impressive performance by Cork against a very fancy Donegal outfit, and that's probably been the performance of the weekend for me. Uh, Dublin, just blowing away Cavan, after a very bright Cavan start, ended up losing by, I don't know, what was it, 14 points or something like that.
But you have two teams there that were like Derry. That was a big surprise with Derry.
Yeah.
Getting hammered by Armagh. Armagh seem to be progressing, but they have to get rid of the third team. To make it competitive. There's no crowds going to a lot of these games, and let's say games in Croke Park with Roscommon last week, there was like 10,000 people. They need 30,000 to make money. There's no to cover themselves. There was no need for that game in Croke Park in the first place. But you have to get rid of the third team because it's not competitive. It's competitive to a certain point, but like they've been very lucky, like they have in the hurling. There's been great games but there's no need for that third team. It'd be way more competitive if there was two teams go through.
Yeah, I agree. I think this idea of having a third team progressing is silly and it's unnecessary, and it's just adding. I think if you had just the two teams progressing out each group, it would make it more razor edge type of stuff and
knockout, like
more meaningful. Yeah. And you'd have just quarterfinals, straight into 8 teams playing off in a quarterfinal situation. The number of games as well, I think, Nicky, is a bit ridiculous. I know players will always say, look, we always want to play more games and stuff like that, but there's got to be a limit too. I think there's when you look at the type of injuries that fellas are picking up now, and they're quite serious, like ACLs and all of those type of sort of long-term injuries.
Well, as Liam O'Brien would say, if you pulled your hamster in the first game, the All-Ireland if it takes 6 or 7 weeks to recover, you don't have time to recover because then you're out of the championship before.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. And the other thing I've been ranting about for a long time is how, in the name of God, that you can do the draw for the All-Ireland series before
before the round-robin games.
Before the
Leinster the provincial finals. Yeah.
You can't do that because that leaves teams, well, maybe we're like Galway got in the hard group. They won it in fairness. It was a good count or a good Connacht final. But you can't. You have to wait till after the provincial finals are over before you do the draw.
Yeah.
I don't know what these
I think
liberals are at, but
I think the GA's argument with that one is that they have to prepare for these games and get the Gardaí online and all this sort of stuff. But it is ridiculous. I think it's stupid that teams will know their opposition before provincial finals are taking place, and it leads to a scenario where teams might figure, well, we're better off losing this game, rather than going out and winning it.
That has the potential. Now, who's going to listen to two clowns out here in Gaelic Park?
I'd never know.
Shite.
Yeah, we're just after getting a message there from Killarney watching on the live stream. So big shout out to the ladies in Killarney there. So I see Mary Ruan, Tommy Dolan and his beautiful wife is there.
His beautiful daughter, Aoife Dolan.
Aoife, yeah, and I'm trying to make out who else is in that photograph. That's it, is it? So big shout out to you all. I hope you're enjoying yourselves, and we'll raise a glass both sides of the pond to the Bridgets and the Rovers as well for taking part and going back. Hope you enjoy your time back in the old sod, and certainly we hope that you bring the nice weather with you as well. It was a nice day yesterday, but I think today was a bit rainy back there, but I'm not sure. But anyway, enjoy yourselves. By Jez it was. I was at home.
FaceTime and Aoife now, but I don't. She's not. There she is. She's coming live from Killarney. Here they are.
Yeah.
Can we do that?
There she is. That's Aoife.
Aoife, what's going on? There you are. Say hello to everybody. Folks, Aoife Dolan, one of the all-time greats, and her beautiful mother there, I think it is. Where's... Hey, Mairead, what's going on? Over to Quinn here, say a few words there.
That's Mairead and Mary.
Hello, Mary,
Yeah,
how are you?
hello to you all. We're on live, yes.
On
You're
live,
live on
live,
national
live.
television. So,
We're half in the bag, but that's okay. Who cares?
I'm not sure what pub. I'm not sure what pub they're in Killarney, but
Another big shout out to the Bridges. Hopefully next Sunday night. I wasn't invited. Next Sunday night, Lanigan's, we have the DJ back again. So here we go. We're going to start rocking for the summer.
yeah, Nicky is going to work for a change. Nicky, what pub are they in? Ask them what pub
What
they're
pub are you in? Hey, what pub are you in? What bar are you in?
in. Is that the name of the bar? A
What's
great
going
job.
on? Mary, what's happening? Everything good? Hey, Anita.
So yeah, we're still trying to ascertain, as Martin Tom McDermott used to say, we're trying to ascertain what pub they're in
What bar are
Killarney.
you in? What pub
So-
are you in? What bar are you in? Scott's Hotel Bar.
Scott's.
Big shout out there. And to
Yeah.
Mark the Kerry man, the legendary.
Yeah, we'll have to give a shout out to the
what's
Kerry
going on
man.
there?
The
Roy Hill, Tommy Dolan.
Tommy Dolan is there online.
Yeah, there was a show there.
Yeah,
there he is.
you're on the silver screen, Tommy.
There's about 5 people listening to you right now, so
Yeah, a massive audience listening in.
I'll see you next Sunday, all right? Next Sunday.
So there you go. That was Aoife Dolan calling all the way from Killarney in County Kerry over there at the Spa Ladies 7-a-side tournament. Great success, and they're having a great time in Killarney tonight. So enjoy yourselves, ladies and gents. Have a great time. Enjoy yourselves. I know you're heading for Dublin. I think tomorrow evening you're heading to the Merry Ploughboy. Shout out to Liam Hinnigan, or Heenahan, as he likes to be called, I think. Liam, my old buddy, above in the Merry Ploughboy, and all the Merry Ploughboys as well. They come out here every year, Nicky, around Super Bowl time.
Legends.
Yeah, and it's always a great time. So anybody that gets a chance, go to the Merry Ploughboy and have a beer and a bit of Irish music, and at its best up there in the Dublin Mountains.
I have to give a shout out to Paul O'Reilly down in the embassy as well. I
Yeah.
think he's
Our good friend Paul, he runs a great show down there in the Embassy Bar down in the West Loop, or on Taylor Street, and yeah, great spot to go and watch a game. No more than your own place, Nicky, and Lanigan's there, but always a good time. We'll go down and watch the rugby games down with Paul, and he's always very generous and very helpful and courteous and everything else. So yeah, if you're in Chicago, make for the Embassy, drink pucks pints
and the GA.
and the GAA. Yeah,
You can watch the GA there too, so that's
you can. He has about 47 and a half televisions, and they're all showing some sort of sport, so never be idle. Serves a good breakfast there too, by the way. So
absolutely.
yeah, so-
Obviously, you've eaten a few of them. But
well, I eat an Irish breakfast maybe twice a year. You know, it's
6 months every time.
it helps with my athletic
Digestive
diet.
system.
Yeah, my athletic diet. So on to this game, Nicky. It looks like the Tones a point up, and just both teams trying to find their feet.
It seems like the Tones seem to be playing the better football, but that goal for the Parnell seemed to bring them back into the game, which it did bring them back. Generally the Tones seem to be the better team at the moment. Burns seems to be doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, Burns
Burns
is.
clearly is quite enough, but the Parnells have been playing pretty well, but Burns seems to be the difference in my opinion. Maybe I'm
Yeah, he's got a lot of pace. He's very knacky, very fast, and he actually ideally you can see it a mile away there. Ideally suited to this 13-a-side game. As any little bit of space at all, he's got the speed and the pace to exploit it. So, and the skill as well, obviously. So, yeah, you
in
can.
fairness, to adjust to a different style of football, 13 aside is fair play. He has been very good, and
Yeah,
there has been very good players out there, but it's just
your buddy Hightower there, Colin, is togged out number 23 for the Parnells. He's shown a fair bit of soccer skills there. Look at that, for a bit of foot juggling with the ball. He's nearly, he's ne-
juggle.
yeah, he's nearly as good as yourself with the ball.
As I said last year, he couldn't catch a crow.
There you go. Now we have a better printout of the Parnell's team. Thank you, Mary. Or Mary says I. Thank you, Annie.
We have to do a
Jesus.
little interview with the two girls that's involved here.
We will.
First of all, Erin Gasher, who has been the timekeeper here for years. Erin, what do you think of the game? She's not talking. She's Annie Redmond, one of Guinness's all-time greats. Annie, what do you think? What's your halftime analysis?
My halftime analysis. I want to apologize for the very terrible camera work. I'm not quite Mary's standard yet, but thanks for everybody for being patient. Sorry we had a little bit of Wi-Fi issues, but it's a great game so far. Some just brilliant points, some bad misses as well, but it's a very entertaining game, very close. So I don't know who's gonna come out on top here, but love to see them. Love to see the games back again. Very happy to be back.
Yeah, great to have you back.
Another summer of alcohol abuse.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Not me, Nikki, no.
Another
Not you, Annie.
Yeah.
another 3 months of
Oh my God.
gas guzzling. Yeah, as Annie said there, quite rightly, an entertaining game of football so far, and it's a great start to the season. And hopefully, it's going to be a sign of things to come. And as I said before, the crowds, very, very decent for the very first day of the season. And it's nice to have these high-profile players out, and they certainly do help to bring the crowds. There's no doubt about it, along with the good standard of football as well. So,
Absolutely.
it's a positive start as we prepare for the throw-in at the beginning of the second half, and
as I say, back to John Quinn in the studio.
yeah,
Back to John Quinn in the booth.
in the booth, yeah. So then we're all set and ready to go as referee gets it underway, and straight away there, Brian O'Rourke wins possession for the Parnells in the middle of the field, and Conor Tyrrell, the number 5, lively footballer, this lad, gets it away there to Kieran Gavin. Gavin into the Roscommon man, Dara Heenahan, Dara from Ballinlaw. Shout out to Pat Murphy of Connacht Construction, and that's a lovely score there from the Parnells. I think it might have been Irinel Papa. Irinel
that?
Papa. Yeah.
He's definitely Roscommon.
He's another Roscommon man, yeah, from Slieve Bowen, I'd say. I see Johnny Craven down in front of me here, eating a bar of chocolate.
Johnny's
And
going to come into the studio. Johnny, come in here for a second.
that levels up the scores. Johnny says resisting so far. So all the scores are tied up as the Tones go for the short kick out, and Paddy Dunnigan
Roman keeper is coming again.
gets the ball back from Micheál Burdens. So Dunnigan now being tackled there, but manages to get his pass away to Owen Cleary. Cleary to Burns, and Burns gives a nice little pop pass, but it was just a hair too far, and the Parnell's defence gets it away, and out comes Cormac Brady. Brady now, one of the Cavan contingent here, solos purposefully down the field, looks across, gets support there from the number 25, and Tom Flynn, I think, gets it back to Brady, and Brady off his left kicks it out to the left and wide.
The boys in Gowan in County Cavan going for 3 in a row. Wouldn't be very impressed with that shot.
No, that certainly wouldn't make the Sunday game
shout
highlights.
out there to Conor Madden. I think he's back in the Cavan bench.
He is,
Back in
and
the Cavan panel. I don't know whether he played yesterday, but
fair play to
he's
him,
from
yeah.
the same club. Talked to him there a few weeks ago. Doing very successful in his new business.
That's
so
right.
anyone wants shorts or jerseys or anything, Conor Madden is the man.
Absolutely. Conor was out here a few years ago, and had the pleasure of working with him for a summer, and himself and his buddy. Name eludes me at the minute now, but I'll think of it. But Conor, yeah, a real nice fella, so it's fair play to him. Mick Argue was right.
New York this year.
That's right, be Jesus, yeah. Michael Argue, lovely fella actually. So a big shout out to both Conor and Michael. Hope you're doing well, and great to see Conor back in the Cavan panel. Wish him the best of luck. And the Parnells now on the attack, that half block down, and Tommy Scahill is going to gather it. And the Parnells are going to build from the back once again as Conor Tyrrell, the number 5. It's a long pass away, and it's an accurate one. And Dara Heenahan, the number 14 for the Parnells, gets out in front of Jake Crispin. Turns and turns on the afterburners, as they say, and that's a lovely left-footed.
Delightful score.
Lovely score from.
Absolutely burden Jake there on that one.
Yeah, and not easy to do because Jake.
I'm sorry, I apologise. No.
Jake isn't the slowest, and the man from Ballinlaw, from the Michael Glavies club.
Oh, here we go again.
Here we go again.
Roscommon.
Straight over the bar it goes. And
delicious beer on
110 to 1-9 to the Parnells now. First two scores of the second half going to the men in red. As that ball blocked down there, Conor Greeny, but he fights hard to win possession back. But the Parnells turn it over, and they come on the attack now with Conor Calvey. Calvey from Ahagaur gets it into Dara Heenahan. Heenahan now back inside to Brady. Brady to Heenahan. Heenahan pulled down, and the referee says play on. Well, incensed on the Parnell sideline, they were convinced that was a penalty, and it looked dodgy, Nicky.
Well, if Delaney wouldn't be controversial, then there wouldn't be a game. So
yeah, that's one for the analysis
the
after the game.
Goalkeeper again. Here he goes.
Here goes Dunnigan.
He's like a kangaroo the way he goes sprinting up the field.
Yeah. Owen Cleary with that left foot.
That's
and
our
that's
lad.
Gone in, and it's gone out to the left, and it's gone wide. So another wide for the Tones there, but a bit of a let off because that could have been easily a penalty there. He seemed to lay a hand on his shoulder, and but he got away with it.
Well, we had the analysis. We could go back on it. We don't have the technology. But
yeah,
that could have been very lucky that they got away with that.
I think we're going to have.
Well held there by Flynn.
I think we're going to have video replay hopefully this summer if we can arrange it. We'll talk nice to Mary and Annie and might be able to set it up for us.
And the timekeeper.
Yeah, and Aaron. We have the technology and we have the people. All it's about is just putting it together as that one goes in.
We have beers in front of us, so we're all good.
We have beer, we have water, we have everything. So another wide there for the Parnells, and wides beginning to mount up here. And the score remains 1-10 to the Parnells, 1-9 to the Tones. As we edge through the first 10 minutes or so, or 8 or 9 minutes of this second half of this first round game. And Paddy Dunnigan is going to be penalised here for delaying the kick out, and he says to the referee, what can I do? Unfortunately for the Offaly man, he's going to be penalised there, and this is going to be a throw ball, I would imagine. So it's a dangerous position for the Tones, as Brian O'Rourke, big physical presence there in the middle of the field for the Parnells, gets
He's
it.
been a big influence today, Brian O'Rourke.
He has.
He's played very well.
Very well, very good under a dropping ball.
Man.
He's another Cavan man. Yeah, he's a big unit, as they say back home. A big baller.
Never heard of the Cavan man that left his change on the counter.
I did not, no.
I never heard of the Cavan man leaving his change on the counter either.
God, no, that doesn't happen too often, let me tell you. As Heenahan, the Roscommon man, gets it inside to and it goes across, dangerous.
The Roscommon man.
Conor Calvey there was looking for the onrushing number 15, Papa, to get a fist to it.
It's a bad turnover.
The back of the net, but the Tones managed to turn it over as the Tones now come hard for looking for a score here, and they're through on goal, and it's Paddy Clancy, the aforementioned Paddy Clancy, and the referee this time decides it's a free out, much to the disgust of the Tones team.
In fairness, John, I think that was he kind of dived at that.
Yeah, he probably went down a bit easy, all right, and certainly nothing for nothing here in this game.
Like the Titanic, too easy.
Yeah, Ethan Henry here, the substitute for the Parnells, taking on Stephen Burke, and drops the ball, but manages to win it back, and gets it back to his midfielder, Brian O'Rourke, with that left foot. O'Rourke now down this side of the field it goes, onto the onrushing Irenel Papa. We'll have to find out more about this fella as the day goes on. He gets it back to O'Rourke, and O'Rourke's he didn't catch that now, a bit of a hen's kick, and goes straight into Paddy Dunnigan's hands, and it gets it cleared out to Declan Kelly. Declan Kelly now out the far side of the field, the speedster, and as I said before, part of that junior panel that'll be heading home to Ireland, And best of luck to all the players involved there from all the cities across North America as Micheál Burns gets it and makes no mistake, the man from Kerry. Do you know what club Micheál Burns is from, Nicky?
He's from somewhere in Kerry.
Good man. My Jesus Christ.
I have my stats
Yeah,
done.
you have. You have your homework done.
He does show his class, like.
No, he does.
Fairness, so.
Good footballer, this lad. No doubt about it. As I take a sup of me high noon, whatever you call it.
Well, you got up at noon, so you might as well drink
Yeah.
at noon. So.
I
Here
just
comes Flynn again, a big unit as well.
Oh,
and
yeah,
throws the ball away, but lucky enough, he
lucky
gets
enough.
away with it.
Papa.
Right footed kick by Papa. Maybe he should go back to New Guinea or wherever the fuck he's from, because that was a terrible kick.
That was bad, no. Definitely not one of his best, but an opportunity there for them to stretch their lead. It's 111 to 110. After about, 12 minutes maybe of this second half. It's close encounters here in this first senior game in Gaelic Park in Chicago as
And a beautiful summer's evening here with
Yeah.
a nice Irish breeze.
Ronan Orford combining with Micheál Burns. Burns to Owen Cleary. Cleary to Dunnigan. Dunnigan takes it
There's
and
Roman again. What do you
pirouettes.
think of the roaming goalkeeper?
I'm
John?
not a big fan of it, as Ethan, what's his name, from Derry, I'll tell you. Not a big fan of it.
It's a terrible wide again.
Poor wide, yeah.
Maybe just the early season, maybe they're just not on.
I get the idea of it, creating the extra man and the overlap and all that, but at the same time, it's very dangerous. And teams have been caught out more so than Derry, and it's something that I think you've got to be very wary of.
What do you think of Derry? What are they completely capitulated, or are they?
I think Derry are suffering from what happened to Mayo. I think last year. I think Derry pushed very hard. They had they won the Club All Ireland. A lot of their players were involved with that. Mickey Hart, decided to. I know the players wanted to play in the league, and he decided to call on all his big names in the league. And I just think that they're running out of steam.
Burned out.
And burned out.
Do you think, as the game goes on, do you think that they're actually playing for Mickey Hart?
Certainly their performance levels aren't what they were as early on in the season. So again, I probably blame it on fatigue, because that's another factor in this condensed season that you've got to be very conscious of. When you're peaking and
in a condensed season.
be able to control.
Here comes the Parnells again.
Parnell's on the attack.
Beautiful.
Connor Tyrrell, the number 5, he's looked lively.
My God Almighty.
As wide as your average gate.
He wouldn't hit a cow's arse with a fucking spade.
Yeah. Not so good there, Connor, I'm afraid. Back to shooting school for you. Back to the driving range.
He need to be shot, I think, by a...
Nicky, you were playing golf yesterday. How many shots did you go round in?
How many balls did you lose, Nicky?
Well, I scratched them most of the day, and then the rest of them, I about 150.
Oh, yeah.
Very wet conditions. Not that I
Yeah.
can blame the rain.
No. Yeah. I heard you telling the story that you went in at full time after the referee blew the full time whistle on your round of golf. And you went into the jacks and you took off the underpants and squeezed the water out of it. But you didn't tell me, was it rainwater or was it the other stuff that you were squeezing out of it?
I think this commentary has been banned from Facebook for about 10 years.
Yeah. Gone,
I
but
what do you call that thing when you have no jocks on? What do you call that?
commando.
I was on commando for all night after. So
Jesus, that'd be some.
not that,
That'd be
not
some
that
sight.
anybody give a shit, but anyway, that's
No.
just the truth.
Just that would be
Conor Cleary left-footed over the bar.
straight over the bar, and he ties up the
Nephew
scores.
of the great Murty.
Murty,
Major champion.
yeah, Murty, one
I
of
hope
the
Murty's out here
all-time
today
greats.
to see his
I
nephew.
met him earlier
Oh,
on.
he's here.
He's here, yeah, he's here, and
As Murty said, that's our lad.
that's our book, he says. Surely to God, no mistaking, Owen Cleary, as Nicky says, brother of the fullback, back in Clare, who'll be
Usgaa kicks it again.
out it comes, and up goes the
Tom
big
Flynn.
man, Tom Flynn, and pulls it down out of the air like a swan, and the ball goes into Papa. Once again, here comes Papa, and no doubt this time, my Jesus, he must be listening to you, Nicky.
Papa has right-footed. There's 12 minutes gone in the second half there, Quinn. What do you think?
Oh,
One point in it. What do you
1 point. It's the Parnells, when they go attacking, they look dangerous and lively, and the Tones have kicked a few poor wides. So another turnover here, and the Parnells are coming hard again. Kieran Gavin off the left, and that one goes. That's a great score, is right. That's a beautiful score by the Parnells. Wing forward there, Kieran Gavin, and he stretches their lead out to 2 points, 113 to 111, here in Gaelic Park in Chicago on a beautiful early summer's day. Myself and the great Nicky Flynn says I. Yes, he loved me for that. Nicky Glynn here beside me all the way from Ballinasloe.
little quaint little village called
Lawrencetown is right.
Quinn, how's the old love life going around Chicago?
Oh, it's going really well. Absolutely, yes. Outstanding, I'd say.
You're like the Kerry
You
man
see-
that won the Nobel Prize. You're outstanding your own field.
Yeah,
huh?
you seem to know more about it than I do. Before it even happens. In it goes to Heenahan.
Over there, that's a
and
delightful
Heenahan.
score by the Pornells, sponsored by Lanigan's Irish Pub.
That's a good score, is
We
right.
have our bartender Aaron here, looking for a husband if anyone is interested. She's
Yeah.
looking good. She's
Nicky.
looking good. Any J1ers out there?
Nicky doing his part as bachelor,
You
I
want
should
to live
say.
in America for the rest of your life? Aaron is available.
Oh, Lord save us.
Could
Oh,
be
jeez,
available, sorry,
that's a
could be
terrible
available.
kick out. Oh, Dunnigan got it all wrong there. And that one is slotted over by Conor Calvey, the man from Ohagower. Makes no mistake. That was a mix-up in the Tones defence, and all of a sudden, there's 4 points in it. 115 to 111, so 4 quick
So
points.
are the Parnells a serious team this year, do you think?
Well, they're playing very well here, but there's a long ways to go.
The Tones have a lot of the big guys out already, so
They do, yeah. But as we know, things can change in a season very quickly, but it's a very impressive start by the Parnells, or as you do call them, the Parnells, as Micheál Burns gets ball and man and everything. He gives it inside to Clancy. Paddy Clancy goes for goal. And it's out for a 45. I think the goalie, Tommy Two Hands, got a paw to it there somewhere and drove it out behind for a 45. So,
a legendary goalkeeper down in Tennessee, Tommy, and we'll have to shout out because the parents have to be listening.
yeah,
Hear you coming out in the summertime. I know you're going to punch me in the face when you see me, but that's okay.
well, that's good too.
They're at the back of a very long queue.
Yeah, good woman Annie. That's
Thanks,
the
Annie, thanks for that.
and that's the truth for you. As a wise man once said, that's the good truth.
Against goalkeeper here as Dunnigan's about to take the kick.
I don't think the mic picks it up.
Yeah. As Annie says, he'd be the one of in a very long queue. That's beautiful score.
Kangaroo from Australia, great score.
Strokes it over the bar from 45 out, and Dunnigan makes absolutely no mistake whatsoever. Brings it back to a 3-point game, 115 to 112, as Scahill kicks it out down the middle towards Tom Flynn and Conor Greeny going for the same ball, and Conor holding his knee, and the Tones get on with it as referee is going to call it back, as Cian McKeown goes for goal there, but it's going to be a free into the Tones, and the referee just coming over having a word with John Cunningham there, and John disagreeing with the ref there, Marchin.
Can John get his first win? What do you reckon, John?
No, yeah, it's very possible. Looks very likely at this juncture, Nicholas. Certainly the Parnells, as I said, are threatening more and look more dangerous on the attack, and the Tones, as I said, have kicked a couple of poor wides, but
Shout out there to Tommy Gillen. He's on the sideline waiting to come on, stretching his, as Liam O'Brien said, his hamsters.
yeah,
He's ready to come on there. He gave a wave up to us. So
yeah, Tommy is just waiting for the referee to get his attention to take to the field. The 399 engineer.
son of the legendary. That's a terrible wide there by
Oh,
Owen Cleary. That's
poor
not
wide.
our lad.
No, that's not our lad, is right. That's scarcely can afford them sort of wides, the Tones. They need scores. Yeah, Tommy Gillen, the son of Tom Gillen, of course, great Sligo man, great character around the south side of Chicago.
Especially to you, Quinn.
Yeah, fair play to him. Out comes Tom Flynn once again, and one-handed
Well held
goes
there
up.
by Tom Flynn.
And
Actually one of the very few Athenry people that ever played football for Galway.
yeah, and he's certainly making his mark. And around the middle of the field, he's a formidable presence there. Himself and Brian O'Rourke,
He
two
played
big
11
men.
years for Galway, so he's a very experienced individual and
Yeah, he
a
knows.
big unit. He's about 6 foot.
He knows what it's all
5
about.
foot taller than me, so this is about 6'5", I'd say.
That's right. As the Pierce's team pass in front of us here in their green strip, they're out next against the McBrides.
I thought they were the McBrides actually. Maybe I'm getting it all wrong.
No, that's the Pádraig Pierces. And big local rivalry up the north side at the Pierces and the McBrides. So that'll be a big one next up for you guys to sit and enjoy. If you're having a pint, or if you're having a cup of tea, or if you're having a glass of milk,
Great
or
score there.
having a hot
Or if
toddy.
you want to fall asleep, just turn on and you'll be sleeping in about 5 minutes.
That's right, yeah. Just turn us on here and we'll put you to sleep. No
drugs,
bother.
No drugs at all needed.
That's another lovely score from the Parnells, and they stretch their lead once again out to 4 points. So, after about 16 or 17 minutes of this second half, actually 18 and a half minutes, thank you, Aidan.
Our timekeeper.
The Parnells are ahead by 4, as Paddy Dunnigan, the roving goalkeeper,
Here he comes. The sweeper keeper.
out with it, and he gets shoulder to the ground off the ball. But anyway, the referee says play on as Cian McKeown, the Boyle man,
Oh, Jesus
gets
Christ.
possession to the Kerry man. Micheál Burns onto that right foot and off the post. Would you believe it?
I don't
off.
think that hit the post actually.
I think it did.
That was a terrible wide there by.
It seemed to deflect
Burns.
off the post. The post is shaking too, so I think it was just clipped it. But anyway, it's a poor wide again.
I seen you this morning about 10 o'clock. You were shaking yourself, Quinn, and you never hit no post.
That's right. I was shaking like a leaf. I don't deny it. The Lord Almighty save us. I think the family wanted to go downtown today. I said, I'll take you down there, but I said, I ain't staying. And they said, no, if we go downtown, we'll never come back out of it. So anyways, we didn't.
And they're listening to they're listening in the outside in the patio. I think listen to our talking shite.
Yeah, me,
That's okay.
me brother Pat and his lovely wife Caroline, daughter Emma, son Luke and Matthew, Emma's boyfriend. So welcome to Chicago. Matthew's his first time on American soil, Nicky.
And if
So-
he hangs around you too much, it'll be his last time in American side.
Jesus, yeah. We could be. The Lord Almighty save us.
Oh, I'll give you a shout out to the owner of my God Almighty, what is it, Porter Gullens,
Oh, Keratin.
Keratin.
Mm.
Give you a shout out to you. You're looking after Gwyn very well.
Yes, that's right. He came out yesterday evening with 3 shots of tequila. Oh,
God,
my
John
God.
Gwyn, your family is here.
Yeah, I hope the next time that you go in for your bowl of soup, Nicky, that he comes out and gives you an outrageous kick where the sun don't shine.
You shouldn't have to shine there in years.
and do what the doctor should have done to you a long time ago. Castrated you with a rusty hay knife.
That's
as
a bit sexual now, Mr. Quinn.
that-
That is not very nice.
That ball is kicked in, but again, that's a poor kick from Cormac Brady, and it goes out to the left and wide. Another chance for the Parnells to stretch their lead out to 5. So it's coming to crunch time now for the Tones. They need scores.
It's in the melting pot.
It's in the melting pot, is right, as the Tones come on the attack now. And Nicky's favourite player, Cian McKeown, the Roscommon man, gets it outside to Declan Kelly. Kelly now gets the ball inside to Paddy Clancy. Clancy with the red head. First cousin of Ronan Orford.
That was a bad turnover.
Turnover though. And the Parnells through Connor Tyrrell get the ball away. And Liam Dara Heenahan there takes a hefty shoulder in the back from Ronan Boyle. And the Parnells man is down injured. And it's going to be a free down to the Parnells. And the Roscommon man is down in a hay up on the ground here under us. So
He's Roscommon, is he?
he's from Ballinlaw, Michael Glavy's club out in West Roscommon. And he came out working with me the other day. Nice old gossoon, he
Didn't
is.
do a lot all day, so
We had a nice chat now, Nicky. And he's a teacher by trade.
Did you
back
bring him,
back home.
Did you bring him to Home Depot? No, I shout out there to Home Depot,
Yep.
Queen's office.
All my honeys there at Home Depot, Ebony and
Ivory.
Ivory and all the girls there at the Pro Desk in Home Depot. I'm sure they're listening in as Catherine Gillen is down there, physio for the Parnells. As
I have to give a shout out to Catherine Gillen, and this is actually genuine. She's a very good
masseuse,
Therapist,
physical
actually.
therapist.
You might think this is a joke, but I had a serious pain in my neck there a few weeks ago, and she fucking nearly stepped on it. And she did the job. In fairness to her.
Yeah, she
Shout
didn't.
out to Catherine.
She didn't step on it half hard enough.
No, that's the other. And Annie's a serious pain in her ass. Anyone want to? The 3 people that's listening, anyone want to give her a cure for it? I don't know.
So then, play will resume with a free to the Parnells, and Dara Heenahan goes short.
Oh, there's a Roman goalkeeper
In
himself,
Jesus.
Tommy Usgaa.
Tommy is out of goal, and Connor Tyrrell
I
now
think he just woke up actually. But,
gets the ball out again to Dara Heenahan. Heenahan now with options on his left and right. He decides to go to the substitute, Rory Kane. Rory, back it comes to Robbie Rutledge. Robbie, son of Sean and Maggie. And making his senior debut, I think, for the Parnells. Shout out to Sean and to Maggie there. And I'm sure they're very proud of their young fella today, Robbie. So the Parnells then come looking for another score, but that goes in and goes short, and out comes Dunnigan, the roving goalkeeper. Once again, crosses his own 45, gives it outside to Ronan Orford. Orford now back again into Cian McKeown. McKeown out to the Offaly man. Dunnigan comes across the middle of the field. He's pulled back there by the substitute, Rory Kane, and the referee is giving a free to the Tones man. And he's calling back Rory, and he's going to give him a bit of a talking to here. I think it might be a card. And yeah, as Tommy Gillen prepares to give the slip of paper to Marcin, the referee, and Tom Gillen comes on, and number 4, Tommy Conlon, comes off. Tommy after a good shift, son of Sean and Eileen, of course, and that's a big clap there from his teammates on the sideline. So then, free in then, and Paddy Dunnigan is going to try and take this off the ground. He's about 47 or 8 yards out, just to the left of the post. Perfect for a right-footed kicker, and he makes absolutely no mistake. Lovely kick there from the Tones goalkeeper. Straight over the ball, or straight over the bar.
he's a big loss for Offaly actually. He was a goalkeeper for Offaly for a few years and he went to Australia. He's a big loss for Offaly football, in fairness to
He is indeed.
Dunnigan. And shout out to his Uncle Gabe there, who's a
Yeah,
great character in the south side of Chicago.
yeah. Former 399 engineer, Gabe. Great old character is right, and always enjoy his company at the bar there for a few quiet beers.
Of the church.
Or the church, yeah, where we do always be. Jesus, she managed to got you out of the church there today, Nikki. I can't believe it.
Oh, she did.
Glory. God bless her. She's an absolute saint. As Papa gets the ball
Guinea gets it.
off to Oisin Tunney, and Oisin over to Rory Kane. Rory offloads, and it comes back over this side of the field to Ethan Henry. Ethan now looks around for support, sees it in the shape of Connor Tyrrell. Tyrrell now with the ball, left footed nicely into the corner towards Heenahan. Heenahan now takes a solo, looks up, looks for options, decides to go on his own. That's a nice right footed kick, but it's going to drift across the face of the goal.
Well, if you say 10 yards wide is a nice right footed kick, then I don't know what game you're playing. But anyway,
He's struck it well, but
that was a bad miss there because
unfortunately in the
they
wrong
need to keep
direction.
them at bay, like.
So then it's 3-point game. So the Tones in a 3-point deficit.
26 minutes, 47 seconds, and something else left in the game.
Niall Fitzmaurice is on for the Tones, number 17. I'll tell you in a minute who went off. And changes on both sides. as players now are maybe running out a little bit of steam in the heat. But one good thing, it's not humid here today anyways. It's a nice fresh day with a little bit of a breeze, so it's a beautiful day for football as Donegan once again strides down the field into the heart of that Parnell's defence, gets it to Fitzmaurice back again to Ronan Boyle, over the far side to McKeown now gives it inside,
Never mentioned it's from Roscommon.
gets the return. No, I can't say that, and that's a mighty score from the man from Boyle.
Here we go again.
Monishter na Boolia.
It's a sore place to be from, but fair play to.
So that narrows the gap now down to 2 as the man from Mayo will take this kick out.
The man from the other side of the reek. He goes long this time.
Yeah, of course, the big shout out, of course, to Kevin Brady, big Parnell's man.
Small
60.
Parnell's man, but
Yeah,
happy 60th birthday.
happy 60th. He had his 60th back in Westport there last weekend, and had a great night by all accounts. We've seen videos and pictures, so celebrated with his twin sister. So the best of luck to Kevin and his sister there on their 60th. Wish them all the best from Gaelic Park here in Chicago as the Tones get another one back.
1 point in it, right?
1 point, 116 to 115.
It's definitely now in the melting pot.
It
As
definitely.
Tommy Skehill, the man from the other side of the reek, kicks it out.
The man from Del Monte.
Says yes.
Yeah. So Skehill now with the kick out, and he'll be.
He has slimmed down from last year.
He has, because he must be doing something. He's. I hear he's dating a woman
That is
from.
unbelievable that
Oh.
Donegan was the man that broke the ball there.
Yeah,
The goalkeeper playing midfield.
Brian O'Rourke there, the man in the middle of the field for the Parnells, took a bit of a knock there.
And Orlad has it out to the side of the field. Yes.
Oh. Over to Mihal Burns. Burns now with that pace, looking to cut inside,
like a hair run now out of
but in fairness, Cormac Brady, the number 2, done really well there on Mihal Burns. He stood his ground and stood up the Kerry man and overturned the ball, and the Parnells come away with it after a promising attack from the Tones, and it's Tom Flynn, the big Galway man. That's it to the big Cavan man. O'Rourke back to Flynn. Flynn now going across midfield into Tones territory. On his outside is Conor Calvey. And Rory Kane there, the substitute. And he's pushed to the ground, and the referee says he overcarried the ball. And the Parnell supporters are furious with that decision, Nicky.
That's not that was a very bad decision there by Delaney to go of
Yeah.
the referee.
Marcin Delaney is no stranger to a bit of controversy. But
Former Laois footballer.
yeah, fair play to him.
Not that that's a great honour to be shouting about, but
He's a
I'd say
stalwart.
you nearly got on the Laois team yourself going back in the day.
Just I'd say I'd nearly have made it. Definitely in goal anyway.
It'd be hard to pass you in fairness.
It would.
Even now if you decided to go and goals. Talking to goalkeepers, the Roman fellow goes up the field.
Donegan once again out there on the far side of the field. He's 70 yards out of his goal as Mihal Burns gets it across to Niall Fitzmaurice. Fitzmaurice across again, it goes to Ryan Boyle. Boyle now takes a solo, thinks about the shot, decides against it, gives it back to a centre back, Ronan Orford. Orford, the man from San Francisco, son of Massey, who I know is listening in with his beautiful wife, and that's on the outside of the boot there from Donegan, but ball just wouldn't curl for him, and Donegan's effort to level the match comes up short.
Somebody just shout out at the crowd there, go back in the goal, and I think maybe after that kick, maybe whoever it was might have been Megan Cale.
Yeah, Megan, of course, her boyfriend Colin is togged out for the Parnells, and yet to make his appearance. Hightower, you do call him.
Hightower, yeah, he wouldn't catch I call him the crow catcher, actually. He catch a crow before he catch a ball. It's okay. Kick out by Skehill again, the other side of the league, down middle of the field.
O'Rourke.
Down, bad turnover. Here they're coming in.
Clancy has it to Fitzmaurice. Fitzmaurice to Burns. Burns looks up, flips it outside to Stephen Burke. Burke, ball is level. Oh, nice pick up by Burdens. Lovely little flick up off the ground there. Back it goes to Fitzmaurice. Fitzmaurice sees Jake Crispin all on his own in the middle of the field. Looks for somebody inside, but nobody is shown for it. He gets it out this side of the field to Ryan Boyle. Boyle now to Orford. Orford back to Burdens. Burdens right footed, and this again is drifting across the face of the goal and wide.
Two very
Wow, and that's the final whistle, Nicky. Wow.
very bad misses there in the last 2 minutes. Was it one point?
Yeah, 1 point the margin in the end, and that's poor defeat. The Tones will be disgusted with that performance now, or with that result, I should say. Performance wasn't too bad, but just their shooting was really poor, I thought. Yeah, yeah, it's a great start for the Parnells. They really came out of the traps full of energy and full of running, and they certainly hit the Tones lads hard, and they made it count. So the season opens with a defeat for the Tones and a win for the Parnells in our first senior game of the season here, and certainly a very bright opening by the Parnells lads, but as we said, there's a long way to go yet, and but teams will certainly improve for this outing, that's for sure. And it's great to see some of these big name players out here playing, and great to see some of the lesser players too that you don't know come out here and shine, and it's great to see it. So hopefully, folks, you enjoyed that game, and we're going to take a break for a couple of moments, and we'll be back with the McBrides and the Pierces just in about 5 or 6 or 7 minutes. So bear with us, and we'll be back with our second game of the season this opening day here in Gaelic Park in Chicago. Hopefully you enjoyed the first game, so bear with us, and we'll be back in just a few moments, folks. Thank you.